What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Fan Sports Channel, where today, Nonpfixion and myself are going to be giving you our tier list of all the NBA teams broken down by each division. Make sure to let us know whether you agree or disagree with how we ranked your favorite teams. Don't hold back on the account of us, but also don't forget to hit that like button and check out the rest of the tier list breakdown that will be linked at the end. Hope you'll have a great one, guys. Cheers.
And the Northwest, we're going to start off with the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets, they did a thing. And that's just the best way that I can kind of put it. Is they did a thing. They got Jamal Murray.
Mm-hmm.
They got Michael Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
They got Aaron Gordon, and they got Jokic. All that sounds fantastic. They are a consistently top 4 or 5 team, consistently. But injuries has hurt them, and it's hard winning in today's NBA when your best player is a center. Where we put them, a healthy Denver Nuggets.
I know people right off the bat will hate what I'm about to say, but I still put them in the B tier. Because there's nothing that jumps off the screen to me with them. Even Murray, healthy, yeah, he looked great in the bubble, but so did other players. You know what I'm saying? Devin Booker looked great in the bubble, but Devin Booker last postseason looked mediocre at best. So I would say they would be a B tier.
Yeah, I'm completely okay with that. Next up, we're going to have the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves, a lot of action going on here in this division. Timberwolves made a great push during the play-in tournament this year. They looked really good. I mean, actually, a matter of fact, they won the play-in tournament championship. They are the champions. I mean, we saw them. They were jumping on the announcer's table. I'm pretty sure confetti came down. They might have had champagne popping in the locker rooms. I don't know. I wasn't there. But they got rid of Pat Bev. Pat Bev, isn't like a amazing player, but his toughness, physicality, and stuff like that, it shows. It makes an appearance on the court. It kind of hypes people up. And then they went ahead and grabbed Gobert. Which I still don't understand. Like Cat and Gobert, that means we're gonna have to put Cat as a full-time power forward. It might work out really well, especially since his shooting ability has became high tier. But I'm not going to make a big money move for a guy like Gobert, who's just a paint presence in a league that people don't go into the paint as much anymore. They do have Ant-Man. They have D-Lo. Ant-Man, I think, is a very going to be a great up and coming star. He's at level.
All-star.
Yeah, he's about to come up to where his name's gonna be heard all around. What are your thoughts, man?
I think their toughness just got traded to the Lakers, basically, because they took on his attitude basically last season, and you could see it because even Cat, who kind of mild mannered, Clark Kent style, he never was that dude like that. But once they had Patrick Beverly, all of a sudden we seen it come out of him, and it was not a bad thing. It worked for them and helped them propel to the postseason. But I think that's going to be a knock on them. D'Angelo just not having the ice in the veins that he supposedly used to have. It's part of the reason why the Warriors got rid of him and sent them off to Minnesota. If Ant-Man can just go crazy every game, then okay, yeah, I'll put him in B tier. I'll put him in B tier. But I just don't know about the squad. And also Rudy Gobert being there, that is a walking L. The dude, he's a great defender, but he doesn't score any points.
I'm thinking the same thing, especially if we're going to put Nuggets at B. I don't think they're as good as the Nuggets. I know a lot of people, I've heard people say they think they're going to be a 4th, 5th seed this year. And I'm maybe they're delusional. I'm delusional with the Pelicans, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
I mean, Gobert gets abused by good point guards. So there's too many memes of that. So he's not a real difference maker. We'll leave that nonsense to the talking heads. I will definitely put them. They're playing possibility, so I'd put them. But we're gonna put them on top of the C for the West.
After that, we're gonna go ahead and check out the Utah Jazz. They lost Donovan Mitchell, as we said earlier. They got Clarkson. They got Horton Tucker from the Lakers. Conley, Sexton, Alexander Walker. And, to me, their team is just kind of filled with a bunch of role players. And they're another team that I never understood how they got into playoffs. The last 3 years, and then they lost their 2 best players. Yeah, I mean, I'll do with that what you want. What you think? What's your thoughts? No, I mean,
Utah is in a true rebuilding year. That's the part of
True.
the reason why they got rid of both players, because they weren't trying to spend that money knowing they weren't going to go to the playoffs or get to, they weren't, knowing they weren't going to be inside of the play-in. Because being just outside the play-in is, yeah, it's a potential is there, but it's too dangerous of a team. You don't want to be that 10, 9, 8, 7 team. You don't want to be those teams, especially it gives you don't want to have to play that extra game during that time of the year. You want to have that time off where you can actually rest and relax and recoup and ice and stem like most athletes do. I definitely put them in sweepstakes. I think they're straight sweepstakes.
I think they are. I think they are too.
Yeah.
Another young team, the OKC Thunder. The Thunder, let's see where they finished off last year. Let's give it a look. The Thunder finished off 24-58. They got a really young team. They just don't have leadership yet. I feel like they're trying to develop that leadership. They did go out and grab Chet Holmgren, which I really didn't think he was going to be much in the NBA, but he has looked like, in the summer league, did look like he's going to be a pretty dominant player. It looks like he's going to be someone exciting to watch to go along with Giddey and Shai. I don't think they're in the sweepstakes. No, I think they're better than the Spurs. Even though they had a really bad record last year, I think they're better than the Spurs.
I think talent-wise, especially because DeJounte Murray is now with the Atlanta Hawk. Definitely think that they're better than that squad now. So I can agree. C is if you want to put them.
Yeah, I like C. Last one, Portland Trailblazers. Portland Trailblazers have just disbanded their whole team. I mean, they got Dame Lillard. That's about it. They got Dame. They do have Josh Hart from the Pels. Love me some Josh Hart, but I mean, Josh Hart is, he's just Josh Hart. It's not spectacular. Do I want to put sweepstake or do I want to put lost at sea? I don't know.
Only because Dame was injured. I think they just on the back of Dame, it's a possibility they can be a close to a play-in type of team.
No shot.
If Dame is if Dame is healthy, I can see it.
What's he gonna have to do? Play 48 minutes the whole game?
He's already done it.
At his age now?
He's already done it.
Okay. They'll possibly be a play-in team if Damian Lillard shoots 55% from 3. And it's the only chance, man. It's the only chance. That team is no good, bro.
I mean, I'm not saying they're good. That bottom tier of the West is not the greatest. It's not the greatest. Most of the teams are going to be struggling to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. San Antonio's not better than Portland.
Well, I mean, I also think San Antonio belongs in lost at sea. The only reason why they're there is because of Code Pop, because we just can't put them there because they'll never be lost.
They'll never be lost. So I don't know if it's lost at sea because of the money they gave Dame before. So they might not be able to do the Wembanyama sweepstakes, but.
I mean, for the hopes of them, bro, I hope they get into the sweepstakes. That's the only chance of them being relevant again. Like, who wants to go out to Portland to go play? Unless they're forced.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid deal with trades and teams, but Portland's never been a destination that people want to play at. It's just never been that.
Oregon's beautiful, though. Oregon is beautiful.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, I mean, go ahead, do what you want with it, man. I'll take your word for it.
Put them at C. That's where I would put them. So I would put them here.